Hey y'all, I want to do a video now about alignment, aligning your inner you with your outer you, uh, the um, the mental, the spiritual, and the emotional, aligning all of those things together. And this has been a 6 year journey for me. I just had a long list of bad things that happened. And because of all of that stress started to affect me physically. I physically became ill from emotional issues that I had. I never knew that was even possible. I knew that they would say stress would kill you, but I thought that was like, a symbolical, I didn't know that that was an actual physical, and that's exactly what happened to me. Stress, the stuff that I held on to, all of it, all of that negativity that I hold on to was taking me out physically, for real. I mean, it was bad. When the doctors sit up there and tell you to cling to your spirituality, there was nothing that they could do. That was telling you that you were in distress. And that's what my doctor told me 4 years ago. Whatever spiritual system you have, you need to cling to it. You need to go and do whatever rituals that you do and appease there, because there was nothing that she could do. They could see what was going on with me, but there was nothing that they could do to stop the madness that was going on. Only I could fix that. And I did. I did. And I'm happy. I'm happy now here in this space and in this body. Yeah, there's a lot of craziness still going on around me, but it's the way that you internalize things and the way that you let things affect you is actually the key to your survival. Before, I used to let things, just really get. I was never one of those that would lash out and get upset. I'd always keep that face like I had everything under control. But on the inside, behind the scenes, it was just a bunch of crazy going on, trying to fix things and fix everybody around me and keep control of all the situations. And sometimes you just can't. You can't. You got to learn to let stuff go and it is what it is, and the when I first got wind of how bad of a control freak I was in Las Vegas. My friend had talked me into going out, because by that time I had started walking. I was like really like gung ho into walking, because when your dependability of being able to walk places yourself is taken away from you, and you get it back, you want to walk everywhere. And at that moment, I was walking everywhere. I was walking every day faithfully, 2 hour walks, just walks and prayer, walks and meditation. I was in that stage when I went to Las Vegas. So me and my friend, my best friend at that time, we went, and we were staying one night at the Stratosphere, and we were staying the second night at South Point. And we had to catch the shuttle, and the shuttle was at Circus Circus. So we walked from the Stratosphere to Circus Circus. And while we were doing that walk, it was hot. Now, mind you, where we were at, it was cold. So we had coats, 2 suitcases apiece, and we were walking. And while we were walking, it came to me by the time we sat down at Circus Circus that we never thought to jump on a bus. We never thought to take a cab or anything of that nature. We walked and we carried all of our baggage, because we're both pretty much the same. We're very strong single parents and single women, and she's used to her positions of power, and I'm just used to having the power. And I told her when we sat down, and I said, we just walked all of this way with these bags, and we didn't think to get assistance from a cab. We were tired. It was hot. And I'm like, I say, I wonder, it seems like this is how we are in our lives, that we carry around all these baggage, and we do it by ourselves. And from then on, when I came from Las Vegas and I got back home, I started changing the way I see things. I started embracing my femininity because I've been single for so long. I'm I'm used to doing everything by myself. I don't let people help me. I do everything on my own. If it gets bad and I'm in a pickle, I learn to do things on my own. Get my own self out of my pickles. I don't talk to nobody about anything. I keep my This is all that people see. They don't see all of that other stuff. I don't let people see all of that other stuff. And that's just how I've been programmed, because the way I grew up, that's how it was. We Everybody struggles, everybody suffers, but we don't need to share the suffering. We don't need to. That was a form of weakness. That was you not being strong, and that's how you're being vulnerable, and vulnerable means that you're weak. And it's that little circle that you keep telling yourself that you're strong, you can do this, you can do this, and to the point where it almost kills you. And I'm like, no, no. So now nope. I had to stop. I had to understand my limitations, and I had to understand who I am. Yeah, I'm a strong person. That doesn't take that away, but I'm also a vulnerable person. I'm also, I also have my moments. I also hurt. I also cry. Things get to me, and I have to embrace all of that. I don't embrace sadness. I didn't embrace anger. I only kept that face, and that was it. That's all I showed. And people that worked with me would say that. Why are you always so happy? Because that's the only face I was ever taught to have in my household. We couldn't have another face. If I got mad about something, my mom would hit me. Why are you mad? People were dying in Africa. If I was sad about something, it was always the same thing. People are worse off than you. What are you upset about? And then so I had to learn, keep that smile on at all times. And it went through my life, everything, all the little tragedies, you just wear it with a smile, I'm a champion, stuff like that. Man, you better let that go. You better let it go. Let it go. I've learned now to embrace all my feelings, all of them. If I'm having a bad day, cry. Give yourself permission. Go, if you don't want to cry in public, go to your room. Go somewhere where you can just be you and everything, and that's it. And cry. Give yourself permission to have that. If you're upset about something, you don't gotta act a fool out in public. But you do need to honor the feeling that you're having. So what I used to do when I can't, like if it's work related or something like that, I'd get on my video recorder and I would let myself out. Let it out. And then delete my video. I felt so much better. I felt so much better. You need to get it out. I don't like venting to people all the time and stuff like that, because everybody's got their own problems, but there's ways that you can still get that out so that it doesn't eat you up on the inside. So you're not dropping dead of a heart attack at 30. You know what I'm saying? So that you're not doing a lot of things. We tend to act out in different ways, when we're under stress. Taking up smoking, taking up alcohol, becoming very sexually, promiscuous, where you don't care. You stop caring because you're just trying to cover the pain. And the reason why you're doing that is because you're not honoring them feelings that you got going on in there. So you got to honor it. And then you've got to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for any harm or anything that you may have done wrong, or anything that you felt that you may have done wrong that you may hold on to. Forgive yourself for that. And then, for those people that when we hold stuff that people may have done wrong to us, we need to forgive them. We're all human. We're all imperfect. Nobody here is perfect. We're all imperfect, and we have to understand that. I'm not saying that you need to forget, but it's a learning experience. Take it as a learning experience Forgive that person for their indiscretion, and protect yourself so that it doesn't happen again. Learn from it. Don't keep making the same mistakes over and over and over. Learn from it, because when you keep making these same mistakes over and over, that means that you're not learning your lesson. Everything in life is a lesson. We have to learn from it. And so I embrace everything now. Everything. When something starts going bad in my life, whatever I'm feeling, I tell myself, you got permission. You got permission to cry. You've got permission to be mad. You've got permission. I put mine on paper. I get it out. I put it out on paint. I get all of whatever that is I got bottled up. I just put it out on that paper, and let it go. And then at the end, when I wake up the next day, and whatever I'm feeling, I put it right on top. I've turned all my chaos. You see that back there? That was my chaos. I was going through financial bull crap at that time. But then on the top of it, I felt better. I felt better about myself. Over there, I got my women. Behind there, I felt emptiness. It's just, that's how I get everything out. I get it all out on my paper, on my canvas. That's the tool that the Creator gave me to keep myself in line. And once I started doing that, I've been painting now about since 2013. 2013. That's how long I've been painting now. And it has freed me from so much stuff, to the point that I recently went to the doctor. And my primary care physician, who is the same person who thought I was dying 4 years ago, said that in her life, in her whole medical history, she's like, one thing she's learned to stop doing, and that is she stopped being surprised when there's people who she thought was going to die continue to live. And for the people that she thought was going to live, that ends up dying unsuspectedly. Because she says she understands and she knows that there's a higher power than her. And that nothing is ever etched in stone. And she said, whatever it is that you did to get yourself out of it, she's like, continue on. And please tell me, what did you do? Because she wanted to know, so she could let her other patients know. And I told her the same thing I'm just saying right now. I had to do the work. I had to listen to my inner power, my innerG, God, the creation, whatever we want to call it, and follow the path, and follow his lead to get you out of whatever this thing is that we keep throwing ourselves into. And I'm a testimony on that, and I want to share that with you guys, for anybody who may be going through hard times, or, a stream of hard times. Because when I go through my hard times, it'd be like a lot of them just be like, keep doing. You'd be like, really? I go through mine like that. And so, I get it, but there is a way out of it, and get yourself back, in tune and back on point, so that you can handle, these burdens. I have no problem now saying I can't handle it. I can't handle nothing else. Take it. Take that one. Take that one. Take that one. I'm going to sit right here. And I do that. I have those kind of conversations. I can't take it. I can't take nothing else that's going on wrong. I can't. And it's funny because it's like things shift around me. And it's sort of like I get protected again. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you have to just be honest. You keep acting like you can keep taking it, it's going to keep coming. I'd be like, I can't take no more. Nope. I don't want any more. I've had enough. And it stops. So peace and love, y'all. Good talking to you. Hope you liked my video. I hope I helped somebody. If you got any questions, just comment below. Like, share, subscribe. I'll talk to y'all later.